Judge Begbie represents a very tragic piece of our history.
He stands squarely outside the new Westminster courthouse, but some say that this 19th century judge was far from lawful and that his statue should be torn down. Two new Westminster City councillors are putting forward a proposal on request of the Chilcotin Nation to remove the statue, which they call offensive. In 1864, Judge Begbie presided over the hangings of 6 First Nations chiefs. At the time, it was widely seen as an attempt to detract other First Nations from acts of insurrection.
Well, it's highly offensive for Indigenous people, given the fact that Judge Begbie hung the Chilcotin chiefs.
If you look at the court transcripts of the execution of Chief Ahan here in New Westminster, he was tried in a language that had 600 words. He wasn't tried in his language. The trial lasted 3 hours. That was a grave injustice. The federal government has acknowledged that. The provincial government has acknowledged that. And so I think it's time.
In 2014, the provincial government apologised to the Chilcotin First Nation for hanging the chiefs. Ottawa officially exonerated them in 2018. This isn't the first time that colonial-era statues have been removed in the name of reconciliation. Last year, the statue of John A. Macdonald was taken down outside Victoria City Hall after First Nations communities highlighted his role in establishing the residential school system. The decision then, as now, proves controversial.
I don't agree with it. I think that truth and reconciliation means that reconciling our past with how we're going to act in the future. And Judge Begbie was a man of his time. I don't agree with everything he did, but he was an advocate for Aboriginal people in a lot of ways.
I think it is, when you do something like this, it is polarizing. But I do believe this is the direction we need to go.
Should City councillors vote yes in tonight's decision, it's yet to be decided what to do with the statue of Judge Matthew Begbie, whether it be taken down altogether or instead be used as a tool to educate others about the history of Begbie's past. The City of New Westminster is due to host members of the First Nations on July 18th for the anniversary of the chief's hangings. It's hoped a decision can be made before then. In New Westminster, Tom Walsh, City News.